The Somali coastline, Africa's longest, stretches over 3,000 kilometers, where the Indian Ocean meets golden sands. For centuries, this sea has been Somalia's lifeblood, a source of food, trade, and culture. Dhows with lateen sails once connected Somalia to Arabia, India, and beyond. The ocean's rhythms shaped Somali life, from the monsoon winds to the bounty of the sea. Coastal communities have mastered its currents and seasons, relying on the sea for their identity and survival. This coastline has seen the rise and fall of great port cities, bustling with merchants from distant lands. Before the turmoil, Somalia had a small but proud navy, guardians of the nation's waters and sovereignty. Their ships patrolled the coast, protecting fishing grounds and trade routes. The navy symbolized order, security, and national pride. But this coastline is more than just a source of fish. It's a strategic artery for global commerce. Ships from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East pass through daily, making Somalia's location both a blessing and a challenge. The opportunity for trade is immense, but so is the need for vigilance. Protecting such a vast and vital coastline demands a strong, dedicated naval force. The sea gives, but it also demands respect and protection. It's a responsibility that defines a nation's strength. The Somali people's connection to the sea is ancient, but their ability to protect it is a modern test. The story of Somalia's navy is the story of a nation's struggle to safeguard its future. In 1991, Somalia's government collapsed, plunging the nation into chaos. The Somali Navy vanished, ships rusted, crews scattered, and the coastline was left defenseless. The sea, once a source of pride, became a lawless frontier. Foreign industrial trawlers soon appeared, plundering marine life with advanced technology. Local fishermen in their small boats couldn't compete, their catches dwindled, and livelihoods vanished. The invisible line of Somali territorial waters was erased. The absence of authority invited illegal activity on a massive scale. Not just fishing, hazardous waste dumping began, poisoning the marine ecosystem and endangering coastal communities. Toxic and even nuclear waste was dumped in Somali waters. With devastating health consequences, the sea, once a provider, became a source of danger and loss. Coastal communities, abandoned by the state, watched helplessly as their future was stolen. The collapse of the Navy was a catastrophe for those who depended on the ocean. The power vacuum at sea mirrored the chaos on land. Somalia's greatest natural resource was left open to exploitation. The people paid the price for a nation's collapse. The unguarded coast became a symbol of vulnerability and loss. The arrival of foreign fishing fleets devastated Somalia's artisanal fishermen. Industrial trawlers hauled in massive quantities of fish, leaving little for local communities. Daily catches shrank, nets came up empty, livelihoods and a way of life were stolen. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing cost Somalia hundreds of millions in lost revenue. For coastal villages, it was an existential threat. Anger and helplessness grew. There was no government, no navy, no help. Illegal waste dumping compounded the crisis. Toxic sludge and radioactive materials poisoned the sea and the people. Fish stocks became unsafe. Strange illnesses and birth defects appeared. The water that once sustained life now brought sickness and death. Desperation took root among the coastal communities. Fishermen who could no longer fish faced a stark choice. Some decided to fight back, seeing foreign vessels as intruders. They confronted these ships in small skiffs, hoping to protect their waters. What began as self-defense soon evolved. The confrontations became more organized, more determined. The seeds of piracy were sown in desperation and loss. The sea had become a battleground for survival. Desperate fishermen soon became organized pirates. Warlords and criminals armed young men, turning piracy into a business. The Gulf of Aden became one of the world's most dangerous waterways. Pirates hijacked commercial vessels, holding ships and crews for ransom. Ransom soared into millions, fueling a lucrative criminal enterprise. Global trade suffered, shipping costs rose, and sailors were held hostage. The world responded with an international naval coalition. Warships from many nations patrolled Somali waters, escorting ships and confronting pirates. Onboard security and military patrols reduced hijackings. But the root problem remained: Somalia's inability to police its own waters. The crisis exposed the cost of a failed state at sea. Only a Somali solution could bring lasting security. The only long-term answer was for Somalia to secure its own coastline. With a new federal government, rebuilding the Somali Navy began. The task was daunting. No ships, no bases, few trained personnel. Recruits, often former fishermen, were driven by a desire to restore order. International partners like Turkey, Italy, and the EU provided training and donated patrol boats. A naval base in Mogadishu was refurbished, symbolizing progress. Somali sailors learned seamanship, maritime law, and vessel maintenance. Patrols resumed, and the sight of Somali uniforms on the water inspired hope. Training covered boarding, search and rescue, and coordination with other forces. The new Navy was more than a military force, it was a symbol of national recovery. Each graduating class marked a step away from chaos. Professional, disciplined, and united, these sailors are guardians of Somalia's future. The rebirth of the Navy is a testament to resilience. Somalia was reclaiming its sovereignty at sea. A functional Somali Navy is vital for more than stopping piracy. It protects rich marine resources from illegal trawlers, ensuring the sea's wealth benefits Somalis. Enforcing fishing regulations can create jobs and drive economic growth. Sovereignty is at the heart of this mission. Somalia's waters belong to Somalia. The Navy's presence restores national pride and international respect. Beyond fisheries, the Navy combats smuggling, illegal exports, and secures ports. Maritime security attracts investment and supports a legitimate blue economy. The Navy also unites a nation divided by conflict. Sailors from different regions serve together, building a shared identity. Protecting the sea is a common purpose for all Somalis. The Navy is a symbol of unity and hope. Despite progress, building a capable Somali Navy remains a huge challenge. The fleet is small, with limited range to patrol vast waters. Funding is scarce, and the government faces many competing priorities. The Navy relies on unpredictable international aid. Political instability and corruption threaten progress. There's a shortage of experienced officers and technicians. Retaining trained personnel is difficult. Building a strong Navy requires sustained commitment and investment. The Somali Navy's rebirth depends on international support. Turkey provides training, patrol boats, and naval facilities. The EU's Operation Atalanta and UCAP Somalia enhance maritime security. Italy offers training and technical support. International cooperation is about more than hardware, it's about building institutions. Joint exercises and legal frameworks strengthen Somali capacity. This partnership model ensures alignment with global standards. Piracy and maritime crime are transnational problems needing shared solutions. Helping Somalia police its waters is an investment in regional security. The focus is shifting from intervention to long-term partnership. Today, each Somali patrol boat carries the hopes of a nation. These sailors are the new sentinels of the coast, inheritors of a proud maritime tradition. Their presence signals order and resilience after years of chaos. The Navy is small, but its impact is profound. Fishermen can look to their own Navy for protection. Resources once stolen are now managed for all Somalis. The coastline is becoming a symbol of recovery. The Navy's work is essential to securing progress and opportunity. This is a story of collapse and rebirth, despair and hope. Somali sailors are rebuilding their nation, one nautical mile at a time. They are the proud face of a new Somalia, looking forward to a brighter future.